Hi, welcome. The goal with this lesson is to help you figure out how to get a true side. So right now, this looks like you got one side, but this is not a true side because it is a side, but the sides that are adjacent to it or next to it are not the same color. So they have to be the same color. This means that even though this is correct, these two blues do not belong next to each other. And so you have to kind of move it around. And then what a true side ends up looking like is this. You get the side, right? And then look at the adjacent colors. You have yellow, yellow, orange, orange, white, white, and red, red. So this is our goal, is to get to this point, is to learn how to get a true side. Okay, Rubik's Cube is mixed up. And what I usually do is I'll tell students who ask for help with the Rubik's Cube to practice solving one side over and over again. And so when you go after the first side, what I usually do is I'll turn the cube around and look for any sides that are that have the most amount of colors. So this one right here has two whites, right? So I may go after the white side. This one right here has two greens, so I may go after the green side. And so your goal is to get three of the pieces in right now. So I have two of the squares, right? You're looking for a third one. So I'm going to go after green. So at this point, whatever side you're going after is going to be the side that's facing up. That's going to be your point of reference. So green is always going to be up. And so I see a green right here, right? So if I wanted to, I can just move the green up this way and actually put it in place right there, right? Or if there's another green, where's the other green? There's another green right here, right? If I wanted to put this green up here, I can kind of do the same thing. But I'm going to go after this green, so the path of least resistance. So boom, I have three. So once you get three squares, to get the fourth one, there are three possible situations here. Because that fourth square can be in one of three places. And so with the green on top, the fourth square can be here on the bottom row. So you have the top row right here. It can be on the bottom row right there. It can also be here. This is the second situation where the green is now attached to this corner, but it's on the wrong, facing the wrong way. That's the second situation. And the third situation is this. Green's facing up. And my goal is to figure out where the green is. It's not attached, right? It's not around here. It's actually on the opposite side. So those are the three different situations for filling in that fourth spot. So we're going to go ahead and look at situation number one, which is usually the easiest one, where if I have green facing up, or whatever color you're doing, and it's sitting in the bottom row right here. And what you do is you park it. And the idea behind parking it is you put it right underneath the spot where it's going to go. So if I move it right here, right, the green ends up going here, this will go into this spot. And how that works is this. How do I know it'll go in? Because look, when I move it up, it goes into that spot, right? So this is parked perfectly. If I move this way, definitely that doesn't work because this green doesn't show up here. But this will go up there. So the problem though is this. When I park it and I move it up, I actually mess up this square right there. Do you see that? This is in the right spot. And then when I move it up, it goes away. Oh no. And so what I'll do is this. There's a left side and a right side, right? Do you see that? A left side and a right side. If I'm moving after I park it and I move it up on the left side, what I'm going to do is this. I want to move this whole row to the right. It's opposite. So if I'm parked on the left, I'm going up on the left, I'm going to turn this to the right like that. Do you see? When I turn this to the right, what ends up happening is when I move this up, it protects it and then I can move it back. And then all of a sudden I have four squares. I have one side. So again, I parked it, right? It's on the left side. If I just move it up right there, it gets rid of this piece, but I want to protect it. So what I'll do first before moving it into its parking spot is this. Since it's on the left side, I'm going to move to the right. Twist it to the right, move it up, and then twist it back to the left. And now you have your side. Good. So that was the first situation where it was just sitting right there. The second situation is this. You have your three squares, right? And it's not attached to it on where it's supposed to be. And it's not on here, the second column. It's actually, or the row, it's on the bottom. And so how you do this is in order to move this up, what you have to do is you have to mirror it. Park this directly underneath it. Do you see that? So since this is on this side, I'm going to go ahead and twist this. and then park it directly underneath. This right here is here. And then once it's directly underneath, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and twist this down this way and see what happens in the back. It brings it up. So if I did this like this, you can kind of see when I twist it up, it brings it to this row right here. And then you're going to go ahead and turn it once and then bring it back up. And then once you turn it once, you put it on the second row, which is what you want. So let me go ahead and just do this again. Oops, I was about to solve it. From here. So same thing. It's on the bottom, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and put it directly underneath. So this is it right there. I want it directly underneath here. So green's going to go right there. Do you see green? Directly underneath. Done. And so what I'm going to do, again, is go this way here. And then what ends up happening is you can kind of see on the other side, it's now on this row. And I don't want to just move it back, because if I move it back, it goes back on the bottom again. Do you see that? What I'm going to do is this. Put it underneath, turn it, go down, and then twist twice in the bottom. 1, 2. Doesn't matter what direction you go, and then bring it back up. So now you have your 3, and then you have this guy right here. And then this brings us back to the first situation where I can take this, I park it, right? I'm going to park it right there. And then once I park it, what I'm going to do is, since this is on the right side, right, I'm going to turn this to the left. Remember, it's the opposite direction. So from here, if I move this up, again, it gets rid of that spot, right? I don't want that. I want this to be safe. So since I'm going up on the right side, I'm going to turn this to the left just to protect that lane, move it up to the right, and then bring it back. Boom. Now I have my first side again. Okay, so the third scenario is this. You have your 3 squares, right? And you have to find your fourth one, but the fourth one is attached to this. It's attached to it. And so what you want to do is you want to get rid of it. You want to take this and put it down here. Okay, you don't want to put it at the very bottom. You just want to take this and then move it over here. And how you do it is this. You have to look at what direction you're going to turn. You're either going to turn this way or you're going to turn this way. Okay. And how this works is this. If I turn this way, meaning it's almost like a step ladder. If this is on the same plane right here, like this. If I turn it this way and I move it to the right once, what ends up happening is, there it is. That's how that works. So let's do that again. So I want to line this up so they're on the same spot. Okay, and it actually doesn't matter if I go this way or the other way. All you have to do is this. Since this is on the right side, I'm going to turn it once and then turn it to the right and then turn it up. And then all of a sudden now it's parked in the perfect spot. So I'm going to do that one more time. From here, I'm going this way and not this way, right? Because the green's not here, the green's here. It's just kind of like it's lined up this way. I'm going to turn it once on the right side, right? Turn it down, then turn it to the right, and then turn it back up. And now it's parked in the perfect position. Once it's parked, then we can go ahead and do the first scenario, which is I want this up here. Since it's on the right side, I'm going to move this to the left, go up, and then there we go. And now you have your first side. Okay, so now that you have your first side, you have to look to see if you have a true side. So if I go here, right, these two definitely don't belong, right, because they're not the same color. Just check everything. Check to see if you have one side that matches. These two don't match. These two, oh wait, they match. So these two definitely belong here. So what's going to happen is this. These two belong here, but these two don't. You have to switch it, right, because this is orange. White, yellow, white, orange. That means orange has to go here, and that's there. So how you switch it is this. If you have one side done, and then you have two adjacent sides, pieces that are adjacent and the same color, then have the adjacent side facing away from you, right? Have the side that's the same color face away from you. And then what you're going to do is this. And this is just one of the algorithms. So you're going to switch these two. And how you switch it is like this. Down, right, up, down, left, up, down, right, up. And all of a sudden, we have a true side. Do you guys see that? Right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again. And this will only work if you already have one matching side, which is this right here. This works perfectly. So we're going to do this again. So it's going to be left down, right, left side down, turn to the right, up, right side down, turn to the left, up, left side down, turn to the right up. And all of a sudden I have a true side. One more time. Just kind of practice that. Down, right up, right down, left up, left down, right up, and you have a true side again. Okay, so the second scenario is this. You have your side, right? And then you look to see if you have any matching sides, adjacent sides. So these two do not match, these two do not match, these two do not match, these two do not match. So you don't have any to go against, so none of them match. And so what you have to do is look for a color where the opposite color is the same, like on the opposite side. So this is yellow right here. Okay, and you can also see this is white, and this is white right there. So what you're going to do is where you're going to have the green facing up, right? It's always faces up. And then make sure that we're going to go after this side right here. We're going to switch these two using the same movement. But make sure that this corner, that color, is the same as this color. Okay, so we're going to go in this direction because these two colors are the same. If you did it, yes, so from here, what's going to happen is this. Same idea, left down, right up, right down, left up, left down, right up. And then all of a sudden, these two match right here, right? So these are good. And then what you're going to do is go back to the first situation, flip this around, right? The one that matches is away from you. And we're going to switch these two now. Left down, right up, right down, left up, left down, right up. And now we have a true side. We have green on top, and then we have this. Okay, so again, left down, right up, right down, left up, left down, right up. Okay, and that's how you switch these sides. Left down, right up, right down, left up, left down, right up. True side.